Mr. Muhammad Ali. Listen to the man when he speaks, because you see, Mr. Muhammad Ali said he saw me, 112-pound catches clay. In the future, he will play. You see, Mr. Muhammad Ali saw me, and he saw it all. Cause you know what? I'm coming and I'm gonna take over Raw. I'm gonna take over SmackDown. I'm gonna take over NXT. I will take over AEW if I have to. You see, there ain't no beating me. There ain't no beating JD. There ain't no beating the Juggernaut Josh Durham, the best wrestler in the world. Because you see, if you want to step into the ring with me, only one thing will happen, and that's your shoulders to the mat, down for the 1, 2, 3. All right, ready to go, ready to show the world why I am that guy, I am that man, and here I stand. And I want to see any one of you come up to me, stand toe to toe, stand eye to eye, stand face to face, get a taste. You don't want to debate, because you see I have video proof. I've been doing this since 2014. I've been doing this since 2006. I have been doing this, and I don't need no script, because you see, there ain't no beating me. Why? Because I am like 2 black holes in the sky. I will eat your life. You will rub your eyes, because you know when you step into the ring with me, you most certainly are going to die. I am the best wrestler in the world. And if you want to put him with me, because you see I will make any man that thinks he's big, you think he's bad, we'll make a band. Because you see, any man that steps in the ring with me is gonna get 10 times better. 10 times better. Where's my leather and gold? I'm ready to hold, because you know I'm always holding. I'm always holding. What am I holding? Maybe it's stolen. Maybe I'll steal it from you, like a thief in the night. Hold that belt tight. Bray Wyatt the Fiend. 1 and 3, you cannot beat me. There's 1 and 3, I will beat the Fiend. Because you see, the Fiend, from the depths of darkness below, he rose out of his hole. But you see, I am the metaphysical maven. I am the holy ghost of sports and entertainment. I am the best damn wrestler in the world. And I'm just itching and scratching. There is not one thing I'm lacking. I am the 112-pound world champion, because you see, I'd like to see any 112-pounder, any 112-pounder meet me, because you see, I'll eat them up. Eat them up. It'll be rough, it'll be tough. The man will have enough. What will he have enough of? Money. He'll have enough money, because you see, you're going to need a hell of a payoff when you meet me. So many possibilities. The potentiality of reality. Extreme synchronicity. You see, 3 and 1, 1 and 3. I will beat the Fiend. One of the most awe-inspiring performers we've seen in a long time.
Like maybe life can exist, bizarre, crazy.
One will rise from the one mind. Line by line, I roll and I go.
Yeah, but the thing was, it came in that little.
But you know, at some point I'll sow my oats. Listen to me when I talk. Listen to me when I talk. This is what I hear in my head every day. Someone someone ripping my life away.
Other kinds of life forms out there.
You see, that's the funny thing about wrestling. They want to be demons. They want to hear voices. They want to be demons. They want to hear voices.
Man, if we thought about it, they thought
You
about
see,
it.
there's only two things that I've ever wanted to be. I've wanted to be Kane, and I wanted to be the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. HBK.
Come on, I'm telling you, that's why.
I want to be a hell of a wrestling demon. Be a wrestling demon, baby. You see, that's the one thing about me. 3-1, 1-3. There is a triune looking for me. I am the Holy Ghost of sports entertainment. The Holy Ghost of sports and entertainment. Frame it. Hang it. Mr. Wyatt. Mr. Fiend. 3-1, 1-3. There's a triune when you meet me. One in my head, one in my heart. One in the one breath I had been breathing from the start. I have heart, and I can get dark. And believe me, I am smart. Smart Mark. Smart Mark. But you see, what you don't understand is you're a lot like me. 1-3, 3-1. I'm almost done. Listen to what I say. I can do this all day. I will simply say this. Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. There's money to be made with me. When I bust on the scene, ha. Wow, here we go. What do you know? Who knew it? Who knew it? Who knew it? Who knows? Listen, WrestleMania 35. WrestleMania 36. Either one. But you see, Tampa Bay, Florida. Tampa Bay, Florida. WrestleMania.
You're giving humans way too much credit. We stupid for the most part. As a whole.
WrestleMania 666. The number of the beast.
Man,
I'll take you on if I have to. Mr. Lesnar. Mr. Brock Lesnar. Brock will bleed on me. Brock will bleed on me. Because you see, do not promise something you can't achieve. Brock Lesnar.
It's like, if you really feel like that, why don't you just get in a boat and go to the end? Like,
Brock Lesnar. No, you see, I had a plan, and I'm gonna stick to it. You see, this is what I have planned for you all. So, I want to see this. I want to see number 1. I want to see Mr. Stone Cold Steve. Number 2, I want all of you to raise your hands, because you're his number 1 fan. I want to see The Rock. I want to see number 3. Triple H. It's been a debate. Number 4. Number 4. Number 4. Number 4. There's a lot of lore.
Research. There are those photographs. They have been definitely.
I want to see The Undertaker. And maybe The Undertaker would like to see number 5. 555. I kind of like that guy. His name's JC. He's coming. Because he's already done running the WWE. Mr. John Cena. Hey, John, you can't see me. Number 6. 6, 6. 6, 6, 6. 6, 6, 6. I want to see the number of the beast. I want to see Brock Lesnar. But what about the meat? 777. I was promised Armageddon. Hell in a cell. I want to see me. I want to see double JD like Muhammad Ali. I float like a butterfly. I sting like a bee. I'll catch your eye like a fly. I'll mouth up like a moth. I'll talk the talk. I'll walk the walk.
Think that their guru lives off air. He hasn't had food or water for years.
8.
And poor genetics.
The number. The number. Gematria. That's your clue. Seth Rollins, I want to see you. You are the WWE.
Yeah, I think we all been on this a bunch of times. And I think
No, you're not. Matter of fact, 1 year.
So you might have been like
1 year, but you succumbed to fear. So 888. It's been a debate. I want to see the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Everybody, shh, be quiet. We are almost done. Isn't this been fun? The rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme. The universe. One verse.
You know what? And you know what I do for real? And the people always ask me about it.
I've always hurt. I hurt bad. And hell, maybe I'm not even mad. But you see, all I've ever wanted to be is in the WWE. I have no problems with AEW. I respect AEW. I'm your son too. I'm your son too. AEW. You see, either one of you
it's a smiley face cry of laughter.
see what you see. Believe what you believe. And you can believe it or not. All you gotta do is just watch Josh. Now, who said that?
And what if language eventually becomes a series of emojis?
That's all it is. We ain't gotta talk no more.
Totally possible.
We don't really have to talk. Like we on our phones, if we could text and all that stuff there, you can send feelings. You can push like little things and it'll give a feeling. We don't have to use none of that shit. We barely using any of it now. We barely use our arms, all this shit.
The only
We
time
gonna be like this pretty soon.
it would be hard to convey, like, hey, did you go to the movie at 7 o'clock or 8? It would be hard to convey things like that through just emojis. 6 o'clock.
Yes, you can.
The whole time.
You can do like.
Change the. But then you say you'd have to go move.
Who talks in emojis? The Egyptians.
7 o'clock.
The Egyptians
and then you would
thought.
go
They
question
thought
mark,
their
8
thoughts
o'clock,
and
question
pictures.
mark. I guess you could right there.
Could just do movie 7, 8 questions.
That's how they spoke. Hieroglyphs
7, 8 is
and
weird.
pictures.
7,
That's how they wrote.
Question mark 8. Question mark.
You see?
That's 2 possibilities.
Now I'm gonna let you have a little insight on
That's
me.
how you'd say it to someone. You wouldn't say 7.
I have
8,
respect
the most
for every
word
man.
78.
Every man I have a genuine concern
I know
for.
what you're saying, but like it would be a clock. It wouldn't be a number.
And listen, there is no man on this planet that is better than another man. A man that claims his fellow man should be damned is wrong. And maybe they should be damned themselves. But I don't claim that. But you see, the punishment is equal for thee. You see, listen to this.
They do that now, like that game.
Listen to this. In Taoism,
Yes.
it is said that a bad man,
I don't know what they be doing in there, but
that a good man
learning how to connect with machines.
They are mutually exclusive. A good man is nothing but a bad man's teacher.
Whatever your creativity. It's like we're evolving out of
A good man is nothing but a bad man's teacher.
I couldn't agree more. It's happening, whether people recognize it or not, and it's gonna be real weird when it takes hold. I don't know what form it's gonna be. It's gonna be a wearable device, I think.
I'm willing to go with it. Shit.
Scarred.
I'm cool with it.
This is hard.
Just gotta go with it. That's how you enjoy it. Like, man, if you ain't laughing at life, you missing the whole point of this shit.
Some of these people, though, some of them,
Funny
man,
as hell, just
I don't
watching
know.
this stupid, this
Some
shit
are-
fall over, just-
are very egregious.
It's weird.
Some
It's a
people
weird
are
time.
really
It's a
egregious.
great time. It's not a great time.
It's
for
like
everybody.
They've hurt.
Listen
It's
to
like
this.
it's a spoof.
They have hurt
like,
people.
It's like everything that was
And you see,
where we grew up,
there's
or
people that have
everything
even
a
hurt
comedian
me.
said 20 years ago that we done said, it's like really life now.
And-
like this shit is really crazy. Like,
Yeah, and I know, right?
so it's like, just laugh at this shit. Shit funny.
I lost my humor. I lost my feelings.
Yeah.
Emotions are dull.
It's funny.
It's funny too.
That's what schizophrenia does. It is
But I
funny.
like it. Strange. Just the way she is.
What's in the little container? What kind of drinks are those?
These them ones burning shit. Cookies.
Cookies?
Yeah. You just get
Mm. Is that from the stash?
I just don't know sometimes, man. Everybody's telepathy. It's what it is. It's telepathy. I've been participating in telepathy for the last 7 years. I've been in telepathy. I've been in conversations with something.
You just feel that
Somebody.
Dirty as fuck.
And either Google does it or they use Google. They can use our technology to
It's all made with steel girders.
get in our minds, right? They use our technology to delve into our minds, right? That the whole listening, they're listening to us thing, the whole they're listening to us thing, they think there's an AI, right, listening to you that puts shit on your, what puts ads up, right? It's listening to you, what you talk about, and it puts ads that are exclusive to what you're talking about. Now, what if it's not Google
Can't get rid
doing
of
it?
roaches. Can't get rid of rats.
But maybe it's something else that can also do what the AI does, but can do it better.
No, they are
You see,
They're a different kind of roach, though. They're like chill California roaches.
there's...
Yeah, they're not fast.
You know, the roaches, like, even...
Look, there could be a time machine, right, that was created a long time ago, far off in the universe, somewhere in the universe. Because this astrophysicist, right, I think he was an astrophysicist, I'm not sure. He wanted to see his dad, but he thought he couldn't see his dad because he would, if the time machine's invented, right, it can only go back to the time it was invented. But look, there's a whole universe out there, so what if somewhere else in this universe that time machine was created a long time ago and you can go back? And also, what if there's an AI also created somewhere else in the universe? What if the God's an AI? It may be some sort of AI because it's creating AI. AI is a part of God because it is a creation of God. AI is a creation of God because we created it and we are a creation of God. But there may be more. It's just omnipresence, omniscience. Is that the same thing? I don't know. Omni everything, right? Omni everything. Everywhere. Everywhere. Everything, everybody, every possibility. It's potentiality, and I am overwhelmed. I am overwhelmed by potentiality. I know any possibility that is imaginable that you could fathom can happen. Any potentiality, anything. Anything can happen, right? There are so many possibilities. So many combinations. And I am overwhelmed by it. And it's not my fault.
I think I just read this the other day that like 1% of the rats in LA are gonna have.
It's not my fault. Not my fault. I was hurt as a child. I was trained as a child. I believe what happened to me was a ritual of some sort. And it may have been. I don't know. I have proof, but I can't really go into it like this. I can't go into it. It's like some sort of ritual, man. I mean, my family was bled. They were bled. I was bled as a child. I bled as a child. I got hard weighed when I was 3. I got hard weighed when I was 3. I bled a lot as a child. I have bled as a child. My family has been bled. Because it's just nonsense. We all survived, but it is insane, man. I have been just attacked, man. I can go. It's just it's nonsense. And then I wake up 7 years ago with all of this to hold, right? All of this to hold, you know. But see, the key is I'm not that stupid. I'm not stupid. All I've ever wanted to do ever since I was a child was be a good person. Be a good man. Do right. Joshua do right, right? I do it for you. You may boo me, but you see, I just want you to know I do it for you. You see, that brings a tear to my eye. It brings a pulsation to my heart. I am not dark because you see, Joshua Do Right does it for thee, the best crowd in the world.
Well, Florida could use some of that, right? Florida always takes jokes.
The best crowd in the world. You guys are my life. I do it for you. I am true. I may have screwed Seth Rollins out of his championship. But you see, it was all part of the script. You see, because we do it for each and every one of you. We do it for each and every one of you. We love you. I love you. And I want you to know everything I do it for you. Joshua Do Right. I do right. Out of sight. Ha ha ha. You see, you're gonna listen to me every time I talk, cause I walk the walk, baby. What up?
South USA. Yeah.
Man, I've been just hurt a lot. I've been hurt a lot.
Yeah, you have that.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
South of America.
They want to call it what?
South. No,
what's wrong with that?
Yeah, everybody in Tennessee and all, you know, the real South. You can't have that.
But you see, I don't know. I'm just gonna do me, right? I have a genuine concern for every person on this planet.
Someone did decide to branch off. Like
Genuine concern.
We're done. We got done.
Honestly, when you go to Montana and all that, they don't really go by these laws. They do what they want. You get shot out there, you shot.
And maybe some people don't deserve it.
South Dakota.
Well, for the longest time, Montana.
That's what gets me, man. I mean, it's like,
I don't blame them.
I mean, fuck, dude.
That motherfucker know it. Like the fuck they do. There's a lot of places like that in the country. They just.
It's like, we all do bad though. I think it's just a part of being a human.
It's very important.
Fuck up.
That is free.
Yeah, that is free. They value freedom, so they're like, no, we don't.
Free will. But I don't know if it's really free will. If it's just potentiality working itself out.
Speed limit sign just says reasonable and crazy.
All the possibilities working themselves out. Right?
65 night all vehicles.
And this is just our
Is
reality.
that in Montana?
Is that now or is that real?
I've been talking for 24 fucking weeks.
What year is that? What year is that?
No one's gonna watch this, but I don't know.
Well, see, if you have a Corvette,
I don't care. I'm still gonna post it. Maybe someone else
kind
could.
of reasonable and prudent if there's no.
No, dude, it's just like whatever. Like a lot of my ideas I see other people do. I see my wrestling moves on wrestling all the time, you know. But maybe I didn't get them, right? Maybe, but you see, I put them together, right? I have a way of putting them together that no one else does. See, no one else put them together like me, so I'm not worried about it. I think I can hang in the WWE. I am 112, well, I'm 120 pounds, right? I can get down to 112, and I think there's not a 112 pounder on this planet that can beat me.
Where's the mind in
Give me my belt, yo. Train me a little bit. Come on, Joe. Train me a little bit, right? And then we'll find the best 112 pounder that we can find, and we'll put the title on the line. I'll do it in MMA, and then I'll go to the WWE, and I'll bring me a championship from them, like Muhammad Ali. The next Muhammad Ali, because you see Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali said he saw 112 pound Muhammad Ali. He saw the future. He saw it all. And now I hope one day I will come to take over Raw, because you see, 1-3, 3-1, 1-3, Bray Wyatt, you're done. You don't know why? Because I have it all in my mind. Have it all in my mind, all ready to go. We'll put on a hell of a show. You all are bigger, you all are badder. But you know what? I'm pretty fast when I climb a ladder.
Oh, fracking? Yeah. See, those jobs are dangerous. You know, like any kind of mining job.
I've been doing this shit since 2006.
Oh, that's a hard job.
Man, you watch that shit? I be watching that shit, man. Yeah, king crab. They be getting king crabs up there in Alaska.
That's crazy. That's not working.
It might do, B. I mean,
Maybe.
yeah, they get like that, getting them tunas. Like I think they can go for like $250.
Yeah.
Good tuna.
You guys look down and self-trained, and you know what? I just want this is gonna be my last bit.
Really?
I will learn till the end, right? I know I have a lot to learn. I have a lot to learn, and I have a lot of questions. I don't think I know it all. I don't think I don't even need to rhyme there. I don't think I know it all, and I know I don't. But I know a lot more than you think I do. I know a lot. But I don't know it all. I don't claim to know it all. I have questions, and you have advice, right? But you see,
people are gunfights in the street. It's always that shit. That's what it is now.
I can do it. I can do it, man. I can wrestle. I can fucking wrestle. I am small, but I am athletic at the same time. I am athletic, but I may be small, but I'm athletic. And you know what, man? Fuck, dude, I'll work out. I'll do the work. That's the thing about me. I will do the work. I will do the work. But you know, exactly, I do not know what to do sometimes. Sometimes I don't know how to do it and what to do, and it fucks with me, and I can't really get to it. I don't have the right equipment, and I don't know if I'm doing it correctly, and I just do it, and I feel like I'm not doing it right. I don't know. I got my own problems. I got medical problems too. But you see, I'll do the work, man. And I got questions. You got answers. All I've ever wanted to do since I was 7 was wrestle. All I've ever wanted to do was wrestle. Kane was my first favorite wrestler. The first match I ever seen was Hell in a Cell. Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. And at first, I was fascinated. I was encapsulated. It's not encapsulated, is it? I was fucking enthralled. Enthralled might be a good word. I was fascinated, enthralled. I was my attention had been caught by Shawn Michaels' blood, right? He was bleeding bad. And I was like, this man's, I don't know, it's just the Undertaker's beating the shit out of him, right? and he was bleeding all over the place. And I just thought it was cool, man. I don't know how to explain it. It was like, it was just like, I gotta find my feelings here. I gotta figure it out, man. It's just I was just fucking, I was consumed by it, right? From that day on, I saw Kane come out, right? And from that day on, Kane was my guy, man. Kane was the baddest dude I had ever seen. He was the coolest thing, man. He was so cool. I watched Raw every night for fucking Kane. I watched, I was an Attitude Era child, right? I was 7 years old. And from that Hell in a Cell on, because my dad had to show me what was going on. He had to show me what was going on, and he didn't know Kane was going out. But Kane came out, and it was done right there. Forever. Me and you. Forever now. Since I seen that man, that fucking Kane come out. Because I seen Kane forever now. Ever. Kane. And fucking it just kind of full circle kind of thing, because when around 2002, right, Shawn Michaels was my guy. Then I got hooked on some Shawn Michaels, right, and Shawn Michaels was my favorite wrestler. Shawn Michaels, if I had to pick one, Kane, it's sentimental, it is my first favorite wrestler, but Shawn Michaels, dude, is my favorite wrestler. HBK. Favorite fucking wrestler, man. And he just happened to be the best. And I have learned from the best. I watch, I learn. I just want to take a turn. I want it up back.
That's impressive shit. And he looks good, man.
Look at OG.
I
lack
in some places, but I excel in others. I have, just last thing, I have a hell of a tight design, right? For my tights. And I was thinking fucking skin tight, but I don't think that anymore. I think Shawn Michaels kind of pants, right? Like older, like, not older, newer. Like what he wears now, right? Or did wear, and is like those kind of pants. Shawn Michaels pants, right? With a hell of a design on it. I made it in your game, and it's a hell of a tight design. I'm so proud of it. I just want to make it, right? Man, I can do it. And I'm talking too much. No one's going to listen to this, but, you know, I don't know. I'm just riffing, you know? I don't even know if it's riffing. I'm just talking. Oh man, I'm just fucking. Yeah. Alright, I'm just fucking. Misunderstood in a way. I'm done talking. I was thinking about ending it snappy. It's no YouTube, so I'm just talking, man. It's not a promo anymore, but I put a promo in there. I'm not as crazy as I seem, but I am actually consumed by telepathy. I am participating in telepathy with something. I am participating in telepathy with something. I have a hard time taking care of myself. But there's only one thing I know how to do, and that's wrestle. And maybe I'm not even asking for it. Maybe I'm just putting my thoughts out there. Just saying, this is what I am. I can wrestle real good. And I've been watching it for 20 years. And you would think I know my shit by now, and I do. I have good ideas. I have great ideas. And I'm just floundering, you know? I don't know. Just floundering. Trying to keep my head above water. I get shit from my voices every day, man. They're kind of mean sometimes. But, you know, I try to make the best of it. I try to be the friend. I don't spite them, right? I don't attack other people because of them. I know not to do that. I'm not stupid. They use other people as weapons, though. That's the thing, man. They push my buttons, right? Or maybe that's not the right way to put it. Okay, so you see, I'm not stupid, right? So you can't just say murder, murder, murder and repeat that phrase to me, and then I would murder somebody because you're repeating that phrase to me, because you're repeating murder, murder, murder and trying to convince me to kill somebody, right? I wouldn't do that. So they do it in a other way, right? They make it so I rebel against God, right? They say God rebelled against me, right? They have taken my Lord, right? They've taken my Lord and Savior. They have taken God, right? And they have taken him, and they try to make me believe that he's turned his back on me. Now, what is the reaction someone would have if their God turned their back on them, right? They make it seem that my God has turned my back on me, and I'm nothing, and I will never be anything, and I will die, and I will just be completely fucking punished, right? I'll be punished. I'll be eaten by these. I've had dreams. I'll be eaten by these demons, right? Or not even demons, these skull things that'll eat my soul, right? They'll eat my soul. God has rebelled. He hates me. He doesn't want nothing to do with me. So, look at that. So, and then they'll take other people's voices, right? And they'll make them say shit to me they're not saying. They'll make them degrade me, attack me. Other people's voices, just like if we were having a conversation, they will change what that person is saying to me to make it derogatory towards me, so that I will rebel against them. But you see, I'm not stupid, and I won't do it. I'm serious, man. I will not attack anybody. Will not attack anybody. I do not hold a grudge against anybody. I do not blame anybody. It's just sometimes they just want to, I guess, I don't know if it's a test. I don't know if this is these aliens, right? Simulating schizophrenia so they can see how I'd react to having schizophrenia, to study it, right? Because I can handle it. I can handle the pressure. I can handle the schizophrenia. I can handle it. So they can study it, right? And maybe they can find a way to help people through it. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. And sometimes they're nice, sometimes they're mean, you know? That's just... But they operate... I have so much stuff written in my notebook. They operate with the tactics of schizophrenia. They operate with the tactics of schizophrenia. I don't think they go out of bounds, out of these tactics, you know, the symptoms of schizophrenia. I don't think they do anything, they won't go out of the symptoms, right? They will stick to the symptoms. They will stick to they just stick to script almost, man. They won't change. I bring up all these points, and they talk to me clear as day, but they won't acknowledge my points. They won't acknowledge my points. They won't conversate with me, and they won't tell me what their problem with me is. So I can try to have a conversation with them to get to the bottom of it and get past it. They don't want to do that. They just want to study it almost. They want to attack me. They want to stick to the script every day, right? But I think I bring up good points that should be acknowledged and should be talked about if they want to punish me, right? I come up with good points, man. I have all this stuff in my notebook, and it's just, I don't know. Sometimes, you know, it's just... It's 2012, man. 2012, I did this. I have a whole story about 2012. I'm not going to get into it right now, but I was tested in 2012. They made me think that they started my schizophrenia. Listen to this. They started my schizophrenia by making me think that WWE was watching me, right? I heard Triple H and Shawn Michaels outside my window, and I never looked. And I wish I would have, so I knew they weren't there. But I heard their voices outside of my window as I was wrestling my pillow, right? Because I wrestle my pillow to go over, just create moves, and it's like working a broomstick, right? They say Ric Flair works a broomstick. I work this fucking pillow, right? And I have matches with it, and I study. I used to know the whole roster's fucking moveset. I can go with any one of them. I used to know it, and there's a lot of new guys now, so I don't really know all of their moves, right, and all their movesets, so I don't really do it anymore. But I still know some of the great movesets, and I'll fuck around, right, run a few spots. But I used to have full-fledged matches, and they made me think that, like, the neighbor recorded me since WWE, and then Triple H, Shawn Michaels came to see, right, and they were watching me wrestle my pillow, right. But it's just a whole long story, and I thought. I went there for a couple months thinking the WWE was fucking talking to me in my head, right? Telepathy. WWE was doing it. And wouldn't that be a cool idea? Listen to this. Wrestling, right? Wrestling? A whole wrestling company that's telepathic. Whole wrestling company that's telepathic. You're so good going over your spots, everybody thinks you guys have telepathy. Because that's how you're wrestling each other, right? It's an art form, right? Telepathy. Instead of calling spots, people think you're doing it with telepathy. You're talking to each other in your minds, right? And you're wrestling. And that's how you wrestle, right? You talk to each other in your mind. That's how you do your spots. You call your spots in your mind, right? How about that for an idea? You're the telepathic fucking WWE. You're telepathic. Whole wrestling company is telepathic, and maybe I could have built something with that, and maybe I should build something with that. Maybe I can't, maybe I won't. Maybe I just gave it to you, and you're gonna rip me off. I don't know. Do what you do. But I thought that was a good idea. A telepathic wrestling company. And I am actually telepathic. So, there you go. There's some validity. There's some validity. There's some, whatever they call listener, right? Credibility. A real telepathic kid in there calling a spot with his friend, right? Telepathically. They're talking telepathically and doing this fucking match. It's like magic, right? They're that good. At wrestling, they're telepathic. That's how good they are at wrestling. Telepathic wrestling. Who knows? See, I think that's a good idea. But my schizophrenia started with the WWE, right? I thought they were watching me, testing me, and then it moved on to so many things, so many scenarios. I got so many stories, right, about what happened in 2012. I was kind of nuts then. I was really fucked up. Because I was doing this telepathic shit, and it was overwhelming me, man. It was fucking with my mind hard. But I figured it out. I figured out how to handle it. Like, because it moved from WWE, then it was Warren Buffett's daughter, right? Her husband died. She had a child, right? She had kids, and she wanted to marry me, right? She's telepathic. She wanted to marry me, but she had to test me. She had to test me to figure out if I'd be a good husband and a good man to bring around her children. I talk to a little girl right now in my mind, so maybe I'm past, Maybe I did pass. She talks to me. I like her. She likes me. I think she likes me. I try to form a bond. I've never done anything wrong to her in my mind, and I never abused her or anything or talked bad to her. I'll make jokes sometimes, but that's about it. And they let me talk to this little girl voice. Now, I think sometimes, this is really personal, I think sometimes they have created this voice to entrap me, right? But I don't think it's a problem, because I'm not that guy. And fuck, man, I think that's why she was created, though. I don't know. I think sometimes it's fishy. I don't know if these things are good or evil. I have recordings of demons. I have recordings of demons' voices. So I don't know what their motives are, right? I don't know what their motives are. Why they do things. Who they are. What they're doing. I've heard a lot of conspiracy theories that say, people are evil out there, right? So what if the ones with the power are evil, and what if they have this telepathic power, and they have the ultimate power? They have godly power. And what if they're evil? I don't know if they're evil. Maybe they are evil, but I have to live with them. It's like a Stockholm thing, even, kinda. But I cope, right? I cope with it. I cope with them. I cope with it, and I hope they're good. I hope to God they're good. And even if I'm bad and they're good, I can rest with the fact they are good, and the world and the universe will be fine. Or maybe I'm good and they're the bad ones. I don't know. Or maybe we're both good, or maybe we're both bad. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just flip-floppy, right? But I have a whole story about 2012, because I did some amazing shit in 2012. I will end it with this. I went to the graveyard. While I was sick, either in 2012 or 2013. Overwhelmed with telepathy, right? I went to the graveyard. I tried to find my grandpa's tombstone, my grandpa Durham's tombstone. He was buried in the new part of the cemetery that hadn't been filled yet. So at the time that I had gone to his grave the last time, there were new gravestones put in. So I didn't know the exact spot of where his gravestone was. But, because there was new graves that were added, so it was different than it was before, so I couldn't quite remember. So I heard a knock. In the tombstone. I mean, something knocked the tombstone. Something knocked on the tombstone behind me. I went to it, and it was a McCabe. Now, I was friends with John McCabe when I was in elementary school. And it was a McCabe, and I thought that was odd. That was weird, and that had significance to me because it was a McCabe, right? And I knew a John McCabe in elementary school. I heard another knock on the tombstone. And I went to the tombstone, and it was my grandfather's tombstone. I sat there for a minute, paid some respects. I went to the car, and as I got in the car, I was overwhelmed with emotion, and I started crying. I started bawling. And as I was bawling, something took control of my hands. Took control. I was paralyzed, right? And I do get sleep paralysis to this day, but I was paralyzed. And something took my hands, held them out, and they were held out, separated from each other, like holding an energy ball, right? And there was a vibrating, pulsating energy ball in between my hands, right? I felt energy pulsating in my hands, an energy ball, like fucking Dragon Ball Z. I know it's the most insane thing you've ever heard, you've ever seen, but you know what? It is the truth. Something took control of my body, held out my hands, held them together, and I felt energy ball. An energy, maybe I shouldn't say energy. I felt a ball, vibrating pulsation of a ball in my hands, right? I felt that. That was real. It was not just a tactile hallucination. You can say it was a hallucination all you want, but that's a hell of a hallucination. That something took control of my body, right? Took control of my body, held out my hands, and fucking focused energy. A whole ball of energy in my hands, and it was vibrating and pulsating. And they wanted me to read the book about Taoism, which I did read the book about Taoism, and I learned a lot from it, but maybe I should read it again, which at some point in my life, I will read the book again, because Taoism, there's something to Taoism. And I've asked the voices before, well, what religion should I study? They said Zoroastrianism, Zoroastrianism, and Taoism. Look into it. Because I fucking felt an energy ball in my hands, and those people have claimed similar phenomena. I end it there. Thank you, and good night.